Yo, what's going on, guys? Patasol here again. Second time this week. Give you guys another replay analysis. Yeah, so we did more than half our wings, and we didn't do it. We didn't do our wings yesterday. We actually did 16 wings today, and we managed to get from I think rank 600 and something to 375. So maybe by tomorrow we will hit G3. But we'll have to see. Um, I just want to show you guys this replay that I played here. Pretty good match. So, yo, we get straight into the match, and I'm kind of liking this combo with Sekhmet 33 lead, Swift Sekhmet, and this allows you to first turn reset any kind of threat, and potentially disrupt what they're trying to do. So I have a couple of options here. I can choose to reset the Helena to prevent the defense breaks, or I can choose to reset this Shizuka, which is what I'm planning to do because I don't want this Shizuka, because this is a despair heavy damage CP with high attack, heavy additional damage, and this Juno also can stun, so I don't want those stuns to be mirrored onto my side of the field, so or my side of my to my units. So that's what I'm planning to do. So I'm gonna go for the first turn reset, and what's crazy is, like, if you look on his side of the like his team, he actually has no speed lead right now, and his Marsha is actually going to move next before my Oliver here. And it's crazy because my 33 lead plus 168, 105 base speed, and he's probably like 123 base plus 175 plus Marsha. That means he's on a plus 175 plus set, and he probably has crit, he probably has damage, and he's probably on CD as well, which is actually insane. But enough about the runes, let's get into the match. So yeah, I do get the reset on this Shizuka here. His Masha moves next, goes for a defense break right off the bat, doesn't even give a fuck, and then gets the pushback on the Juno. His Miles actually moves next, doesn't get the kill, goes for the S2 damage as well. And here I got 2 buffs on the Juno. Okay, so once my Juno moves, I'm actually gonna get like 2 buffs worth of heals, and I have the speed buff on right now. So what I need to do here is to push back this unit, Shizuka, and I have two backup plans here. I can use the CP S3 to push back, or the S1, and I can use the Oliver to also S3 push back the Shizuka. But I just go for the S3 right off the bat because I also want to stun this Miles to delay some damage as well. So I didn't get the stuns. I didn't get any stuns on these 2 units, so that's completely fine. And I go for damage onto this Miles. So yeah, I use both my skills. I actually don't use the S2 because their attack bar is actually like pretty much 0. So I actually want to use it when they have like more attack bar, just to get full advantage of that S2. So I go for the AoE stun here because I want to try to delay as much damage, right? So I want to stun as much units as possible. So that's why I go for the S2 here. Also, I have my Sekhmet move up next, and if I do remove the immunity, I have my Sekhmet to S2 to set up some damage on his side of the team. So I do get the S2 onto the S2 defense break onto the Helena here. Yeah, so I go for a reset on the Helena because the thing about Helena is you don't have to full reset Helena. I still had the S2 from Oliver, and the reason why you don't full reset Helena is a 1-turn reset is enough, because even if because Helena's cooldown of the transform is so low that even if you full reset it, 1 proc will get the skills back, so you don't need a full reset it. So yeah, so I go for the damage on the Marsha there because in the previous round I did use the S2 from Juno, and because I removed the wheel, I actually added a dot onto this Marsha. So what I tried to do here is actually get Marsha to the dot range, and when it actually gets 100 attack bar, it's actually going to get demounted instead of taking its natural turn. So this will prevent damage for another turn on my side, so that gives me extra time to try to get some damage on the board, and try to even out this match. So he actually procs out with the Shizuka but doesn't have skills because I did reset. And then I actually get the revenge stun on the Shizuka, which was pretty lucky, and the Marsha takes its turn, reaches 100 bar, gets demounted by the dot because it's under 5% HP, and it actually misses its turn. So he does kill my Juno here, and so here I use the Sekhmet S3 to actually do damage onto this Helena, because it's the only unit with defense break right now. So I'm gonna do a bit of damage, 6k, not bad. And then I'll go for the reset, the full reset on the Shizuka. I actually missed this time because it did actually move once, so it did get 1 turn of cooldowns back. And then I go for the Helena again, just to do damage onto that defense broken unit. And I go for the Charming Voice again because I just want to finish this off as soon as possible. This Helena is almost dead. He goes for the damage onto my Oliver, and what's crazy is, so Helena actually gets 20% attack bar and 20% of its health back when it attacks in pony form. And what's crazy is it healed that much and then it procced. So this thing was reset and then it procced. That means that it has all its skills back. And now he's gonna transform, use the AoE defense break, boom, and then now he's gonna transform back into S2, and then he has the 20% healing again and 20% bar. Now his Helena is sitting pretty healthy at 50% HP, and my Oliver is like almost dead now with defense break, and my Changpeng is also defense broken as well. So this is actually a pretty bad spot for me, and I think the only thing I can do here is try to eliminate all the threats, and there's a lot of threats on the board. Like, so once this Shizuka gets skills, it's a huge threat. This Masha is going to do hella damage, and Miles is going to do damage, and Helena, once it moves, is going to do damage. But these two are priority. Miles and Masha are the biggest priorities right now because number one, Shizuka doesn't have skills. Number two, Helena is pretty slow, so I can potentially lap him because I'm running a speed lead and he isn't, especially at 33. So I'm going to try to finish the Miles, so it limits the threat to just like this Masha. I go for the kill with the CP here. And I do have the AoE S2, so I can finish it off with the S2. Actually, I do have the S3 here, and this finishes it off. It leaves the Masha on 1 HP, and he actually uses Soul Protect on this Masha. So I really do not want to kill this Masha. It actually leaves it on 1 HP with the S3. And the reason why I don't want to kill it is because if this dies with the Soul Protect on, the Masha actually comes back on the mount, and I don't want that to happen. Once it comes back on the mount, I automatically lose. Like, that is the game right there, because that Masha from the mount, it can solo the rest of my units. There's no way I can win after that. So I have a couple of options here. I can actually avoid this Soul Protect for another 2 turns, while this Masha has 2 turns to damage me for free, which is actually potentially game losing. Or I can risk it and go for the Sekhmet S3, because the absorb, the buff still actually goes first, and then the damage comes next. So I can potentially steal the buff and then deal damage afterwards. But at the same time, that could also be potentially game losing, a game losing play, because if I get resisted with the S3 and he doesn't lose the Soul Protection, but I do kill it, then it's going to revive back on the mount. So I do not want to take that risk. As much as it sounds like it's going to win me the game, I do not want to take the risk because his other 2 units are actually really low on HP. So I just go for the safe play, just deal damage onto this Helena. I push this back. I want to kill this next because it will have skills soon. I didn't get the pushback on it, but my Sekhmet actually moves before us, so I can go for the reset on this instead. And because it has his Soul Protect last turn, it potentially has his S3 coming up soon. So I want to reset the Shizuka before it gets a chance to do anything, and then finish it off with the CP. So what happens here is I finish the Shizuka off, I deal damage to this Helena, and now this Soul Protect's gone. But right here he has a choice, right? He can do one or two things. He can go for the kill on Sekhmet, or he can go for the kill on CP. The thing is, he's probably thinking like, he's gonna make me play off element. He's gonna make me play against the elements and leave my wind unit last and kill my fire unit. But the thing is, my CP is actually heavy damage. So little does he realize that my Sekhmet, if he just leaves it to the end, I don't actually do anything with it. If he kills the CP, he actually probably would have won, but he doesn't know this is like heavy heavy attack, like plus 1300 attack, heavy additional damage, and also high speed because of the 33 lead from Oliver that I had earlier. And here I go for the S2 to deal damage to this Helena and finish off this Marsha. So that dies because now the Soul Protect's gone. And then this also forces him to do one of two things. He can either S1, go for the stun, right? And he'll also heal 20% of his HP, which I think is the better play. But the thing is, because I S2'd, landed this defense break on him, he probably thinks that he needs to transform, get rid of the defense break. If he crits, he gets 25% bar, potentially can cut in as well. But I think the better play was to stay in human form, in pony form, and actually go for the 20% heal and go for the stun. So he transforms here, gets the 25 bar, gets the defense break, doesn't get enough attack bar because my Helena is not built that fast, and my Champang actually cuts, gets the S3 additional damage, and I finish him off, and that was the game right there. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that replay. That's it. And if you guys like these kind of videos, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and leave a comment asking if you want more, and I'll see you guys next time.